teacher's throat slit after someone dreamed she had insulted Muhammad. And there's so many news pieces written, so many news articles been written about that. Dawn, the most respected Pakistani newspaper, has written a very nice opinion piece on that as well. Horrific as it was, the cold-blooded. I'll just give you a bit of a summary of that.
Sure.
So basically, 3 girls, were they related nieces?
Yeah, they're all relatives.
They're all relatives. So one of them saw a dream that this teacher, in her dream, now all of this is happening in her dream. She went to sleep, and in her dream, she saw her teacher insulting Muhammad. And then in the same dream, Muhammad came to her later on, and he said that she insulted me. Oh, no, please. So they got up. She told the dream to her other 2 siblings or whatever, and they went there, and they murdered the teacher because she allegedly blasphemed in her dream. Now, I've always said this, yeah? And similar kind of claims have been made. Those of you who don't know, there was this student, there was a 17, 18-year-old guy a year before. Must have been 2019. I covered that. He went in a court, inside Peshawar court, and the guy was brought there for blasphemy. So this kid went through the security inside the court and shot him in front of everyone. And that guy was American citizen, but Pakistani American. So he also said the same thing. He said, Prophet Muhammad came in my dream and he told me. So I always say this: irrational beliefs. People say, oh, it's just a little irrational, harmless belief. What is your problem? So what if he believes in flying donkeys? So what if he believes Jesus cured the lepers, or whatever? So what? So what? And I say, you know what? Irrational beliefs may lead you to harmless consequences, but they can also lead you to harmful consequences. This is a prime example of that. What was the infamous news story in England that in America? I think there was this one mother. She killed 3 of her babies in the bathtub. She said, "Well, Jesus told me." Yeah, fair enough. No court is going to accept that, and these girls have been arrested as well, and no court is going to accept that either. That, hey, look, Prophet Muhammad came to my dream and he told me, like, hey, kill her because she insulted me. And I also happened to be in that dream, so I saw that she did indeed insult Prophet Muhammad. So this is obviously it's an irrational belief, yeah, but it is a genuine part of Islamic faith. Now, this is not some fringe belief of a fringe group of Muslim sect, some distant sect or something. No, it's a widespread belief that Shaitan, the devil, cannot impersonate Prophet Muhammad. So if someone comes in your dream and he claims to be Prophet Muhammad, then he is Prophet Muhammad. That's why there's so many people claim that, oh, Prophet Muhammad came to my dream and told me, yes, buy this house. That's why I'm buying it. It's a genuine belief.
Yeah, that is exactly what you're saying. That is Sahih al-Bukhari 7043.
Share it.
Hold on, sorry. Sahih al-Bukhari 7044. The Prophet said, whoever has seen me in a dream, then no doubt he has seen me, for Satan cannot imitate my shape. I will share another one with you as well, but carry on.
Yeah, but this is it. So that's why it's a genuine belief. So how can you refute? Muslims say, oh, refute me then. Refute me. How can you refute someone? Here it is. That's the Sayyid. Oh, yes. If that woman had said, oh, Prophet Muhammad came to my dream and he told me that, Imran Khan is the best prime minister ever, then everyone would have been like, yes. Oh, you had a very nice dream. No, Prophet Muhammad came to my dream and told me to murder her. Oh, no. Prophet Muhammad cannot say anything like that. Really? How do you know this? Because here's the logic behind that. Very difficult one to grasp. Irrational beliefs can lead you to harmful consequences. That's it. Just because you believe in it and you think it's harmless, so therefore someone has given you the right to believe in it. No, or there's no harm in believing it. No, the same belief can lead you to dangerous beliefs, and this is exactly what happened here. That Muslims, you want to believe in these fairy tales, these kind of stories? well, then you should actually give her garlands, and you should celebrate it. And she said, yeah, well done. You should, because this is part of your belief. Just because some poor woman ended up dying, you shouldn't say, well, no, Prophet Muhammad can't do this. Prophet Muhammad did a lot of that himself. So anyway.
So this is a Sahih Hadith as well. And let's see this one first. This is a Sahih Hadith, Sunan Ibn Majah. It was narrated from Jabir that the Messenger of Allah said, if any one of you has a bad dream, he should not tell people about how Satan played with him in his dream. Right? So if this woman has experienced blasphemy in her dream, we can quite safely categorize that as a bad dream. So even according to these own sources, you shouldn't be telling anybody about it. We all know what the Islamic prescription is for a bad dream, right? And this is what it is here. Again, Sahih Bukhari.
By the way, very quickly, you just glossed over it, but I think it's very funny. And as you know, I can't waste any opportunity of a good joke. So go up a little bit, 6986. Keep going up. You know how Nuria said that when you see a bad dream, what you should do? This is what you should do, as it says in the last line. Look over your left shoulder and say, tu, tu, tu. So basically spit 3 times without the spit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to read. Look, so if you had a bad dream, he should spit on his left and seek refuge with Allah from it, for it will not harm him. So that's the Islamic.
There is another place where it actually says do it 3 times. So there you go.
Yeah,
all your
it does.
All your evil clown dreams, all of that, they're gone. All you got to do is wake up and do this.
Here it is. He should spit without saliva thrice on his left.
Yeah, I remember this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, so that's that basically. So even according to their own sources, if you have a bad dream, you're not supposed to talk about it or say it. So the fact that she did that was wrong in itself. But we were also just dissecting the fact that, for example, what we're told about Muhammad is, and the references we have of him are just related to his whiteness and like how pure and like, good looking he was in that way. But there's no actual direct reference. The only thing we have from the hadith is what you say, that Satan can't impersonate him. So if you see Muhammad in your dream, it absolutely has to be him. And I was just giving a quick example to Thunderous One when I was talking, because I was mentioning that this is how insane the brainwashing is. When I had only heard that about the Prophet, and then I'd watch movies like The Message, for example, where again, he's not depicted. They just play that instrumental music when he comes that really like intensifies this, I don't even know what he looked like kind of guy, but you would be absolutely, almost like if you were to see God face to face, like when Moses couldn't deal. It's like that kind of vibe. So, when I was a really strong, I had a lot of conviction for Islam and I was a believing Muslim, there was something I was trying to deal with personally. And I think it was one of the most powerful nights. I think it was Laylatul Miraj or something. And that night I had a dream about the Prophet, in what I thought was a dream about the Prophet. And even in my dream, for example, when I saw him in my dream, it was a silhouette. And that whole concept of, even in my dream state, my unconscious was so indoctrinated that in that dreamlike state, I also thought, in Pakistan as well, especially, they say you can't raise your eyes and look at him for face to face, like that would be disrespectful. So even in my dream, I had lowered my gaze and all he was like a silhouette, but there was no face. Like it was just, I imagined it to be like Noor, just like light of the Prophet, like radiance. And he guided me in my dream. Yeah,
like Gandalf the Grey when have you watched Lord of the Rings?
And literally with a walking stick too. Yeah.
No. So he goes, Aragorn says, "Reveal yourself," and then he says, Gandalf the Grey. He goes, "No, I am Gandalf the White," and then he throws away his robe, and this light just comes out. It's like, oh, somebody turned off the light. So that's how you saw him. Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. And someone actually rightly mentioned on my stream, they were like, it wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare. But Thunderous One was asking me, how could I even be sure if it's the Prophet, right? When we have no reference to him. But it is that hadith again, like he can't be impersonated. I said, that's how you know.
It's part of the theology. If anyone comes to your dream and claims that I am the Prophet, this is it. You have to take his word for it. And obviously, we know how dreams work. I mean, I have what's it called, lucid dreaming. I've actually controlled my dreams. Like I think I told you before, and I think I've told my audience as well before. I would fall asleep watching a dinosaur documentary, and I'm with headphones in my ear, and the T-Rex is roaring, and sometimes I'll fall asleep. I would enter the Cretaceous era. I am running away, and a T-Rex coming chasing me. So it happens to me all the time. So if you think about something long and hard enough, that's what you're going to dream about.
Tonight, I want you to be a chimney sweep in medieval England. All right, let me know how that goes for you.
I'll have to. No, but there's a trick. I have to fall asleep watching it. That's like, and even when I'm like semi sleepy state, I need to be hearing this. I need to be hearing that. Like it's just constantly. It's just like gently just drift into that world. Trust me, it works.
Yeah, but then are you actually controlling your movements within? This is a whole nother convo, but like obviously there's actually proper ways to harness lucid dreaming, they say. So are you actually able to control, like when you're in, like, let's say Jurassic Park, real life in your dream? Yeah, are you able to fly? Are you able to like?
I have flown in my dreams. Yeah,
and you can no, but are you controlling it? Like right now, I want to lift off and fly.
No, but I'm Superman. Yeah, but I'm Superman. I think not Superman. I was Neo in that. I was inside a Matrix. I've done that one before when I've flown. But you can't control, as in like you can't stop yourself from dying, because when you do die, you wake up. So
that's like even when when you think you're falling and then you wake up and you're like,
oh, thank goodness. That was just a dream. Yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah, so so it's not that much of a control, but no, but I think that is still quite a superpower, that you could just get in a dream that you want. And the worst part is, you actually, when you wake up, you actually forget the details. That's the worst part.
Every couple of minutes, that even if you're trying to recall it, any time that you leave it, that's why people have dream journals and they write it down as soon as they wake up, because you even go downstairs to make your first cup of coffee, that's already gone. I was like, Mom, I had this crazy, oh God, I can't even remember what it was all about now.
How bizarre, but it was bad.
Anyway, sorry, just to come back to this, because this was obviously a cold-blooded, brutal murder. And obviously, we're seeing more and more of this in Pakistan. And I don't want to go into it too much again now. But again, another thing with this story was the fact that I think it hit deep, was very, very deep, was this is also women on women aggression now and brutality, which is something you don't really see or hear much of, to the point where they probably use these whatever makeshift, I think it was a stick and something, probably even partially blunt objects. Imagine this woman, they slit her throat. That is barbaric. That is absolutely barbaric for something. When we're talking about blasphemy law still existing in 2022 for monitoring what essentially is a thought crime, and now you are potentially able to get killed, and who knows what. I have no faith in justice in this sense being done like properly. But I mean, Horace, you and I know basic thing for a crime to be even considered a crime in that real category, there has to be intent behind it. And going a level beyond that, there has to be malicious intent behind it. This is somebody in somebody else's subconscious. This person's gone to sleep. Their subconscious thoughts are playing out, getting mishmashed in this subjective dreamlike state of theirs. This woman in there has absolutely no agency. She didn't ask to appear in that woman's dream. She didn't ask to even be thought about. And yet here she is, absolutely, well, she doesn't exist anymore. And her family have to suffer and bear that loss. But again, I'm just going to say this is blasphemy going absolutely bonkers. And Pakistan really needs to reel this in, because Horace, it's so frequent now. And they're getting more gruesome and gruesome.
Just when you beheaded as well.
Yeah.
If you like these videos and want to support me in my activism, then you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Stay free, everyone.